Today on the channel we're going to perform some minor surgery on my Gibson Les Paul Custom and my Murphy Lab R9. Let's do it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do some minor surgery on two of my Les Pauls. This is a 2002 Les Paul Custom that I've had for quite some time, and it's got these zebra pickups in it. It's a Burstbucker 1 and a Burstbucker 2, but I bought some gold pickup covers online, and I'm going to put those on just to complete the gold look because over time this has just bothered me. It was a used guitar when I got it. It sounds great, but I want it to look like it's supposed to look with the gold hardware, okay? And my R9 Murphy Lab has got a bad bridge volume pot. So this bridge volume pot is going to be removed from the guitar, and we're going to solder in a new one. So nothing major, but I figured, you know, if I got to suffer through this stuff, I'm going to make you guys join me along for the ride. So let's get started. We're going to kick it off with the Custom. So let's begin. Okay, so we'll start from the very beginning. I've got these gold pickup covers, and they're from this company. Got it off eBay. FOCS1, Fox 1, I don't know. So these were 12 bucks, $11.79 with free shipping for two gold covers, right? So these hopefully fit properly. They're not Gibson parts, but they'll look really good. The gold on the Les Paul has a little bit more patina, but over time these will look a little bit more worn, so it's going to be kind of obvious that these are brand new and the rest of the gold is patinaed. I suppose I could weather these a little bit, but I'm not so worried about it. My big concern is that these magnets won't fit the holes, but these look like they will. I didn't measure anything, and I just kind of took a shot in the dark when I ordered these pickup covers, hoping they would line up properly with the magnets. Said it was for Gibson, so took their word for it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew these pickups from the body of the guitar, unmount them, and then we're going to see if we can solder these covers on, then just put the pickups back in. I'm going to clean this up and clean up the fretboard. It's been a while. Restring it, and we'll take a look at the finished result. So let's get going. All right, so this is actually a first for me. I've never put pickup covers on a guitar. I've removed plenty of pickup covers in the past. I used to take pickup covers off all my pickups because they looked more metal, they looked more rock and roll, and you know, people say pickup covers change the tone of the guitar. I don't know if they do or not, man. I used to think that they did, but I over time I don't think it makes a difference. I honestly don't. I think it's kind of a placebo effect. One of my least favorite things to do when I'm working on guitars is taking pickups out of these pickup rings and putting the springs back on. It's just, many times as I've done it, it's always just a pain. Getting them out is easy. Getting them back in can be really tough. I've never mastered it, man. Fender pickups are a little easier when they've got the little rubber pieces on it instead of the springs. I got to get my magnetic tray because I've got parts that I don't want to lose. It'd be a real bummer if I've got extra screws and stuff and springs, but I don't want to have to replace anything. This is kind of late at night. Getting later anyway. Got to put me on a cup of coffee. People think it's crazy that I drink coffee at 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. I drink coffee up to like 10 o'clock, man. I just can't live without my coffee. Of course, I'm a night owl. Okay, so there. Cool. There's a burst bucker 1. There's a burst bucker 2. When I bought this guitar used, it actually had paths in it that the other seller had put on the guitar, and they were open, they were black, and I wanted those paths in a guitar I was building that I wound up selling, and I had these burst buckers, and I like burst buckers equally as much as the paths, maybe a little bit better, so I wanted those in this guitar, and I thought that the burst buckers and the zebra would look a lot better. I'm not even going to have to solder these to the pickups. These things squeezed on perfectly tight. They didn't even budge. I probably should. This one looks like this one's not going on quite as easily as this one. This one is not moving at all. But I'll solder just a little bit on it, I guess, just to make sure. But man, these things fit tight as a glove. Close to it, man. Easiest upgrade ever. This one looks a little bit off center. Yeah, that one's off center just a little bit. I thought it was fitting just perfect when I tested it out, when I put it on there. No, that's weird. This one, the magnets on this one are just a little bit off. Just a little bit. I'm not going to worry about it. I mean, only I will know the difference, and this guitar's not for sale. You can't raise or lower these when they're not lined up. This one's they're just a little off on the outside. That's interesting. The Burst Bucker 2 magnets are a little bit differently spaced than the Burst Bucker 1. They're just a little bit wider. Interesting. I don't know anything about building pickups, so not too worried about it. But that looks better anyway than having the zebras in there. So I'm going to solder these on just to be safe, so they don't. This one definitely needs to get soldered on because it's going to be raised off the pickup just a little bit. So I'm going to put a little drop of solder on in these sections right in here. We'll do that real quick. Hopefully, as I'm doing it, hopefully I can pinch this thing down enough so it's like not sticking up off of these magnets. Man, I wish those magnets lined up perfectly. That's one of those things, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So if you can keep the secret with me, it'll be our secret. Just me and however many people watch this video. My tech videos don't do too well. Probably about 600. So we'll see. Inevitably, someone's going to be like, "Ah, you did something wrong. You shoulda, coulda, woulda." And I'm like, "I know, I suck. Give me a break." All right, I think I got that one on there. I got it on. All right, we're going to put that one back in. This one I'm not going to worry about. It's not even wanting to pull. It's not even wanting to pull off of this pickup. So, c'est la vie. I'm going to leave it the way it is. That doesn't look bad. What do you think, man? That doesn't look terrible. I mean, yeah, it is a custom, and purists will be like, "Oh, it needs to be perfect." Dude, I'm cool with that. That looks much, much better. Sweet, 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 sweet. All right, now I'm going to put the pickup rings back on it. I think I'll do this off camera. because I'll probably have quite a few cuss words, and then I'll show you what it looks like with the pickup rings on it. Cool. Okay, like magic and many cuss words later, we have, not many cuss words, I don't think I only dropped a couple, but I got these back in there. This is not quite lined up, but I'm okay with it. This looks awesome. These covers certainly look much, much better on this guitar, so I'm really happy. So I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to polish it up real quick, clean the fretboard, put some strings on it, and I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so we got her cleaned up and polished, restrung. Everything looks great. Overall, I'd say that was a success, even though I had a little bit of a struggle getting that bridge pickup cover soldered on there, but you know, hey, it looks good. So we are back to all gold, and I love it. Fantastic. All right, on to the R9. Let's begin. All right, so now we're going to start to work on the R9, the Murphy Lab R9. We're going to take the long shaft pot here. This is a standard Gibson volume pot. Got Gibson branding on the back of it. And this is cutting out when it's full volume. When it's way up, full volume, it cuts out. Normally on a pot that's giving me trouble like this, I'd spray some deoxit in there and get it cleaned out, but this is cutting out completely, and I know better. I know that this is definitely a bad pot from what it's doing. So take my knob puller here, get this pot off of it, or get the get the cap tone knob off of it. Let me grab the correct wrench for that. Okay, try this one. There we go, that one fits. Thought I had the right one to begin with. Cool, cool, cool. That's ready to come out. This is a relatively simple job, to be honest with you. I mean, on some of the newer Gibsons, they put a circuit board in these guitars to make them quicker and cheaper, easier to install. They can just pop all the tone and volume knobs and pots in here at once. I'm not a fan of that. So this was that situation. I'd have to buy that entire circuit board to replace just one pot. But these are all hand wired, just like the old school Gibsons. And that's the one right there. So I'm going to have to unsolder this bumblebee cap and the ground wire and the pickup leads. Get all that off of it. Once I get all that off of it, then we'll be able to just redo it with the new pot. So easy cheesy, man, so to speak. Just takes a little patience. So let's begin. Okay, so not the cleanest wiring job of my lifetime, but it works. I took a little bit of time off camera to clean it up a little bit, but yeah, everything is solid. and stable. So now we have to check it out. So let's give it a test and plug it in. I gotta put this back on the guitar and we'll be set. So let me put this back on and we'll plug it in and see if it works. Okay, so the moment of truth. Let's plug it into the Friedman here and test it out. Okay, so take it off standby. We'll go neck pickup first. All right, so the bridge was the one not working. Okay, we'll turn it all the way down. See if the tone works. Awesome. Sounds great. Yep, everything is as it should be. Cool. All right, so there you have it. Thanks for watching today. We got the gold pickup covers put on the Les Paul Custom, and we got a new bridge volume pot stuck into the R9 Murphy Lab. Everything looks and sounds great, so quick and easy fixes tonight. All this took less than maybe 90 minutes for me to do, give or take, 15, 20 minutes, and a few cuss words here and there, but just thought I'd take you along for the ride. Hope you like this kind of content. If you do, please consider subscribing, and till next time, have a great day. Peace out.